From Fatherless to Fearless, a local organization is focused on empowering and inspiring young women and girls through meaningful conversations and impactful mentorships.
That's right. And this summer, From Fatherless to Fearless is back hosting its annual Better Together conference. Here to tell us more is founder and CEO Candace Greer. Candace, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So first of all, what's the catalyst for you starting From Fatherless to Fearless to serve young girls in our community?
Absolutely. I actually grew up without a father. So my father left when I was 2 years old. And so I had the challenges of resentment and anger and that bitterness. I would go to the doctor and they would ask me, of course, about my father's history, and I wouldn't have any of the answers. And there was a lack of organizations that really focused, that lacked focus on girls specifically. They really focused on boys. So I created this organization really as a need that says, listen, these girls are important, and these are the things that are actually specifically challenging to girls, especially with self-worth, confidence, really managing those emotions and that decision making. Those are the things that lead to everything that we do. And so that's why I created the organization.
And sadly, it impacts a lot of people, right?
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about, we do hear about so many of the great resources around Cincinnati, but what makes Fatherless to Fearless so unique in our community?
Yeah, our organization is very unique. One is that we are only one of 5 other nonprofits I've been able to find in the United States that actually focuses on fatherless teen girls. So girls who have an absent or strained relationship with their father specifically. And like I said, it's mostly those who have are boys, or if they're 6 years old or younger. In addition, we actually offer programming inside of Cincinnati Public Schools. And so we actually offer it during the day as a class period that really focuses on that social emotional learning, but also helping them with trauma that they come from and trauma that they're going back home to. That's an important piece. So that's one side of what we do. But then the other side is the events that we do, and really inviting the whole community to come and just enjoy these types of events. We have a financial learning event called What's the Scoop that just brings everyone out. We play games and actually correlate those games back to real life. What does financial literacy really look like to me? In addition, we have our Better Together conference, which is our largest event coming up. We started that last year, and that's a mother-daughter conference. We would hear constantly about mothers and daughters just not getting along. Even though the mothers live in the household, of course, oftentimes they're in poverty, so they're working 2 or 3 jobs, and because of that, they really don't have enough to give, right, to these daughters. And we're hearing that often, and so we're trying to bridge that gap and really helping them to get together with them better together and leave just a little bit closer.
Yeah, and you started to talk about the conference. It's coming up. It'll take place Saturday, June 21st. For people that have never been before, what can they expect?
This year is going to be so exciting and so interactive. One thing about the conference, it's for daughters who are 12 to 22 years old and their mothers. So we're specifically hitting that challenging age range. In the morning, we always split the mothers and daughters up. They have their own classified conversations and activities. And in the afternoon, at lunchtime, we bring them back together throughout the whole entire afternoon. So we're going to have interactive activities. We're also going to have giveaways, and really just a place where they can really be authentic, be true to themselves, but also get the equipping and tools that are necessary to help them on their journey. In addition, we'll have counseling on site, just like we did last year, to offer them a place and an outlet that they can actually seek help right then on site. You don't have to go anywhere else. We can help you right here.
I love this because you and I talk about it. Sadly, when maybe there's not that male role model in your life as a woman, then you're chasing it the rest of your life, and you're maybe making poor decisions for your future husband or partner because you're looking for what you didn't have.
Exactly. And that's the sad truth of it. And so if we can help them to understand that they are worthy, they are worth it, and they can choose better, then we can really interfere with some of those decisions that they would normally make, given that they didn't have that interruption.
Yeah, and really quick, Candace, I know we're coming up on a critical deadline for registration.
Yes. So we are registering all the way up until June 15th. That is our focus. We have already have over 100 people registered right now. We just want more, right? This conference is free this year because of our generous sponsors, but we're just excited to have more mothers, more daughters in the room at the Summit Hotel. It's going to be a fantastic experience. It's a very nice venue. We'll have food, we'll have giveaways. We'll just need you.
And I'm honored that you've asked me to be a part of it, so I will be there as well. Thanks so much, Candace Greer from Fatherless to Fearless, for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. So the Better Together Conference, hosted by From Fatherless to Fearless, will take place Saturday, June 7th. For more information and registration, you can go to our website on or you can go to their website, WLWT. Cherie, take it over.
So you can go to our website, of course, WLWT.com or www.fromfatherless-to-fearless.org/better. I think we got that. We'll put it all for you on our website.
Yes.
Candace, thanks so much for being
Thank you.
here. All right, in the meantime, let's talk about the weather out